Got an angry tuglot. Grizzly Teen Stories #1.
I remember there was this girl I knew called Phoebe, and I was like drawn to her because she was cool and she was smart. I'm like, yeah, she's fucking cool. And you know, we would do the thing. We'd call every day after school. It would be great, you know, it'd be all fun. But at some point, like at the time, I was like, yeah, it's amazing. But it took me a while to go, wait, hold on. How much do I have to fucking add? Like, how much do I really have to say or talk about? By the end, we just had a very love-hate relationship. There was a period of time where we just fucking yell at each other. I don't even know why, we're just furious. And it basically means that. No, not really. I'd like to argue that there's more to love than that. Or to our love. I'm talking about my vague illusions about what my brain thinks love is. Yeah, I'm trying my best. If you can't tell, I don't even like the word love. I think it's a word that gets thrown around a bit much. I could have my opinions on what I think it means. I'm allowed that. If I'm not gonna fucking feel it in a traditional sense, I can at least imagine. I am still pretty emotionally stunted, though. I won't lie. Like, that's not changed. You don't understand when you have relationship troubles. Oh, we're getting in fucking deep here. Mate, that's where I thrive. I thrive in other people's shit because I don't do any of it myself. I got all the ideas, baby. Hey, I'm a logical, spiritual, lyrical, miracle individual. Hey, listen, all right, I'm good to shoot the shit with because I let people talk and then kind of go, hey, so what? So is this what you actually want? And you go, yeah. Although if I don't actually care, you're getting fucking nothing from me, I'll be honest. There has to be some relationship there for me to actually go, you know what, let's actually help this fucker out. May have been a femboy right now. Honestly, 4chan's fucking nuts. Because it goes from hate thread, fight thread, femboy, bubble butt. It's just like, what the fuck is this? Why? Why are you dickheads so mental? Listen, alright, if you're 16, you get a free pass to figure out who you are. Like, come on. Nobody had their shit together at 16. Well, because when you're a slightly younger age, you're just gonna have that mentality where you're like, I have the one thing I like. I'm gonna talk about the one thing I like until I've talked about it for like to death, and even then, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. You ask the same questions. Haven't you had a baby together? No, fucking hell. Yeah, we haven't, have we? I was saying there's still so much to explore, but, you know, maybe I'm exploring a little bit less now. Can't have a baby in the first 9 months. You explored too much. Some crevices should go untouched. No, the point is I never fucked around that much at all. You missed the angry tug job story. The angry tug job story is not a good story. It is. Yeah, but I haven't told that story in years. What would you guys rather? A wiggling of the ears or the angry tug job story? Angry ear wiggling tug job. Yeah, but I realize it sounds like a flex. All right, fine. The angry tug job story. So back a couple of years ago, I was in sixth form. I think I was probably 18, 19. I was chatting to this girl called Amy. We started like getting interested in each other, mostly because we spent a good day ripping piss out of Jake, my best mate, who actually started talking to them first. I also met them whilst I was with my girlfriend, well, with my ex that I'd just broken up with like a week earlier. You know, went to go see this fucking play. It was funny. We were chatting shit the whole time. Wake up in the morning. I think my ex had some fucking like chinchillas or some sort of like fucking rodents that would be loud as piss. And woke up when I was being straddled, and I'm like, fucking hell, why is everybody else in the room now? Jesus, jeez. But yeah, I started talking to this girl called Amy. Next party we went to was like, it was a weed party, which I'd never fucking been to before in my life. So much so I'd never known how to smoke a bong. And I'm a nervous little shit. So I'm like, I don't want to fuck up. How do you smoke this? Despite, I'm not saying bongs are one of the simplest things in the fucking world. Bongs are really not that complicated at all. It's fucking dumb. At some point in this party, we all started making out and having some fun. I was gonna say sexy time, but it's me, so it was never really that much. She decided to get on top of me. There was this really big, like, wooden beam. And she, like, flicked over, but fucking smashed her head on this fucking beam. And I'm just like, holy shit, are you okay? I'll be honest, 90% sure that she had a concussion. So for the rest of that night, I just smoked a bit of weed, and she kind of just curled up on my lap and just would occasionally just wake up and, like, plant a bunch of kisses on me, and then would go back to sleep. And I'm like, I think I've done the best I can here. Yeah, meanwhile, me and Jake had, like, 6 hot wings each. And Jake has never had a good experience with weed. And so the first party he went to that had weed. And then I go down to the toilet after about 6 hours because I needed a piss so bad, and my dick was being sat on the whole time. So, like, fucking pull it out. It's like a fucking sorry worm. Just like, oh, what? Fucking give me some fucking air, man. It was like SpongeBob when he doesn't get water in Sandy's dome.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I just go to the toilet. And I see Jake, who is scooping out his sick from this massive sink with someone's candles, because he just fucking everywhere. But regardless, fun party was a fun time. The fuck's the story? Mate, it's fucking nuts. Yeah, see, listener, at this party as well, we had my favorite combination ever. Weed, chili heatwave Doritos, and orange juice. Now, I had the fucking munchies, obviously. This was like fucking, I was in bliss. But the night after, I feel bad now. It was one of the sloppiest, most disgusting fucking tongue kisses I'd ever done in my life. Nah, you sort that fucking breath out, motherfucker. That is fucking grotty. Breath of a dragon. It was, it was fierce, I'll be honest. And yeah, so the next party we went to, we kind of had a bit of a falling out over Christmas time. But, you know, it was still fun. We were still talking. I was still invited to their, like, New Year's Eve party, where I essentially had to go as, like, a 1920s, like, fucking gangster man, which I did not pull off. Mate, these fuckers know how to party. It was mental. Why is everybody... When you're like 1920, don't part with a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds. Party with some fucking late 20-year-olds, because those cunts are like, I'm buying all the alcohol. Holy shit, I've never seen so much booze in a house in my life. Some woman was like, yeah, I think you have the same aura as like Russell Brand, you know. And yeah, I like listening to a lot of podcasts, so you know, could you talk to me in like a podcast voice? And I'm just kind of sat there like, what the fuck is happening here? I mean, first and foremost, I do not look like Russell Brand. I may sound a bit poncy at times, but I don't look or sound like Russell Brand. I also met up with I used to have a mate. Well, I say mate. There was like this kind of guy I was vaguely friends with called Jack. I met his brother, who was an absolutely sound cunt. He was fucking sick. We were just like, we were chilling in the basement. They had a fucking stripper pole in the basement. Had a great time. And we were both just casually doing shots at the bar, like just shooting the shit. Had some shots, both like poured out a bunch of different, both poured out a Jack Daniels, went, all right, 3, 2, 1. Then we both just went, fucking chucked it over the shoulder like, nah, sorry, mate. Jack Daniels ain't it for me, chief. Danced around the stripper pole, had a good time. Both went to bed. Not me and Jack's brother, unfortunately. It was me and Amy, went to bed, got down to some slightly sexy times, got blown at some point. That was a fun time. But we were both very shit-faced. You know what? You want to know what alcohol does? It either makes nothing happen, or it makes whatever's going to happen last obscene amounts of time. I'm sure at this point, poor Amy had kind of went, I want some fucking sleep. And so, hence came the angry tug job, where at some point it just kind of, it got very aggressive and very pulley, and I'm just kind of there just like, what's going on? Because in my brain I was like, I'm fucking ready to go, right? This is my moment. All teeth, no tongue, with a hand. For a second I thought you were going to take the brother to bed. Mate, I wish. He would have been a freak in the sheets.